Republicans are being criticized at the national level and so forth as the party of no, and being depicted that way. It could be unfair, but nevertheless, that is the way Republicans are depicted. And you just said, you know, candidates for the United States Senate and otherwise need to come forward with Republican candidates need to come forward with a positive agenda. Talk a little bit more about that.
Well, to me, that's everything. As I was on the trail over the summer, I wasn't talking bad about my fellow Republicans. I was inspirational. I want to talk about positive ideas. Just to talk about the legislation we spoke about in the first part of your show. Pension reform, education reform, the idea of welfare reform, Medicaid reform, a balanced budget amendment, spending limits. That's reform-oriented. That's positive. That's inspirational. You know, I don't want to just sit there and badmouth someone. Let's talk about better ideas. And I think that's where our focus needs to be. Whether it be Mitt Romney or Rick Perry, whoever our nominee is president, let's talk about what we would do as the President of the United States or a member of the United States Senate to turn around this economy, not just yell at the TV. That's what should separate us. And I hope Washington takes more of that focus.
Well, you know, a lot of people are predicting that this is going to be one of the most negative campaigns for president and maybe throughout the nation for United States Senate post and Congress and so forth. Do you agree with that?
It will be incredibly negative, and I think that's disappointing. That's where modern politics is. But it doesn't mean you have to be a part of the problem. And so what I've always tried to do, whether it be on this show or on our press avails, more importantly our policies, is to talk about being the party of better ideas. I think at the end of the day, you might score some points politically by being negative or get a crowd reaction, but we need to transform this country, modernize the federal government like we've tried to modernize the state government. And I think that's the direction the party needs to go. That's what I've been speaking about. I think that's what Don Gates is talking about as our new Senate president.